I'm going to start by showing how the concepts from my previous video can be applied using a single Eurorack module. Maths from MakeNoise. Good old lightning bolts is generating the sound you're hearing from this patch, which consists of only 3 cables. One connects the EOC output from channel 4 to the input of channel 3 with the level turned all the way up. Another connects the sum output to the signal input on channel 4. Channel 1 is cycling with its level set all the way negative. The scaled output of channel 4 is connected to my mixer. As I adjust the level of channel 2, the effect is similar to when I used the threshold control on the NCOM in my previous video. With this patch, I can generate a lot of complex sounds. To give myself a bit more flexibility, I'm going to use the comparator on the shift chord generator from Synthfox, with the sum output from Maths feeding the comparator input. The combination of the mixer on Maths and the comparator take the role of the NCOM on my surge system. The end of cycle output is being summed with the inverted output of channel 1 and a voltage offset. Then the output of the comparator goes to the trigger input on Maths channel 4. As in the patch on the surge system, this allows me to use the first slope generator, in this case channel 1 on Maths, to control the window in which channel 4 will cycle. Since I'm using a mixer in front of the comparator, I can use another modulation source to control the size of that window. Now I'll use an LFO to modulate the rate on channel 4 of Maths to get that synth-like sound. I'm going to illustrate that you don't need a dedicated comparator module for this patch. There are a lot of utility modules that will do the trick. Here, I'll connect that sum output to this function module and use its end of rise output to trigger channel 4 on Maths. This way, the function module acts as my comparator. I have to adjust the level of channel 2 to compensate for the voltage at which the function module triggers. Now I'll use this woggle bug to control the pitch on channels 1 and 4 of Maths. Sounds kinda normal, I guess. I don't have the surge rig modulator in my Eurorack, but I can mimic what it does by feeding a voltage and my modulator to a crossfader. In this case, I'm going to use the Mod DMix as my ring modulator, and I'm going to connect the crossfader to the modulator input and channel 4 for maths to the carrier input. Then I'll connect the output of the Mod DMix to my mixer. So with the crossfader in this position, you just hear the carrier wave. And as I turn it clockwise, you hear more of the modulated wave. I'll give that crossfader some modulation too. Why not? Instead of using a VCF-Q-like filter in this patch, I'm going to use two channels on my QMMG linked together as a variable bandwidth bandpass filter. Kinda like a Buchla 291. I have channel 3 set to high-pass filter, and I have channel 4 set to low-pass filter. The signal's going into channel 4, but because of the way the channels are normaled on the QMMG, the output of 4 is routed into the input of channel 3. And at the same time, the CV input on channel 4 is routed to the CV input on channel 3. So it acts like two filters in series, and I can control the cutoff of both filters with a single CV input. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and just mess around with some stuff now.